Even though I crashed, I'll still take it. We'll see if it crew lock me for it. I'm sure it probably will. This will be a good time to step up. I think that might have been number 5. No? 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 Was it? No? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I think, yeah, let's give the F-14B a shot, since it's the only one that I haven't spaded yet. Almost, almost there on the fuselage. All right, all right. This plane has been way more enjoyable to fly than I ever could have expected. I even test flew it a few times. I knew that it felt better, but after not flying the F-14A for so long, this thing has been a lot of fun. And as a caveat, there is some creepy shit in some lakes too that I would not go in. You won't catch me hanging out in Loch Ness. You won't catch me hanging out in Champ. Just in case. You never know. I don't want to be the one that they decide to eat. Far too long for snakes. God, I would have loved to fly one of these things. I have to say though, I have been in cockpits that have been removed from this. It's an awkward cockpit. The way they did the stick in this plane is not like any other plane I've ever seen. It's weird. It's hinged, right? Most sticks is just a pole that's connected either electronically, fly-by-wire, or, old school style that has, another joystick affixed on to it. The F-14 is hinged, right? So the stick comes up from the floor, and then another stick attaches to that and moves side to side, and then it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And I can't believe that it was like that in such an advanced jet, really. It's awkward. It looks awkward, and it has a weird movement, like your legs are really far apart, and I could not have seen, especially if you really had to get in there and start yanking and banking and moving that stick around. I could see myself getting whacked in the knee. It just looked very awkward. Fun little fact. And you kind of see it, not really, but you can see how far back it is between his legs. Like it's way back there, and it's really awkward. I've never seen anything like this plane. The cockpit of this plane. Very strange. Oh, it just disappeared. We got way too high here. Man, yapping with you guys today. It's alright, it's alright, we'll get a handle on it. It's 100% me not focusing. I can hear my RWR, all my sounds are working today. I don't have any excuses other than I'm not focused. You can't, yeah, in freshwater I can, but not in the ocean. The C-17 is weird too. I haven't, C-17, I don't think I've seen been actually in one of those. Like it was meant to be a yoke and they changed it to a stick. You can see under yeah, weird. The Osprey the Osprey looked interesting as well because it's designed, they set it up like a fighter. Like both sides of the stick, everything looks like they wanted it to be a fighter, but it just doesn't fly that way. So I don't know. Sometimes I feel like that one, they should have almost set it up like a helicopter. And that's why so many people struggled with it at first, is they were trying to fly it like an airplane, and that's why people were dying. You can't fly it that way. You can only fly it that way in one mode, and that's once you get it up and get it going. And in every other phase, you have to fly it like a helicopter. I wouldn't have minded ended up in Ospreys. I'm honestly kind of surprised I didn't. Right after me, they started putting a bunch of guys in there. You know, I haven't followed up with any of my buddies that did end up flying Ospreys. I think they're all still all right. But yeah, I think I would have done fine because I had multi-engine experience. You know, I already had all my multi-engine, training and all that stuff. So I think it would have been easy for me because I ended up they do both. The Hilo guys actually went through multi-engine fixed wing training with the C-130 guys, and then they came over and went through Hilo training with us. So the only part I would have been nervous about would have been the Hilo side, and I ended up picking that up pretty quick. So yeah, I think I would have done just fine, unless I ended up in one that they were still having design issues and something crazy happened because they were having a lot of problems with transition, which of course no aircraft's ever done that before. Not like that. Even with the Harrier, the old Carolina lawn dart, right? I was really nervous when my buddy got those, but most of those issues had been worked out by our gen. Not necessarily with the Osprey, but with the Harrier. Not about saying that I've never been 600% higher incidence at full display. I'm not surprised. They probably did rush it a little bit, especially since it carries troops and they were weaponizing it, and yeah, they kind of rushed some of its capabilities a little bit. That's not going to get through the city. Come on, leave me. Gotcha. Kind of hoping that one hit, because now we can go after this guy, and I think we're going to get him. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go get him. Please go get him. Nope. Damn it. I was just flaring. I waited too long. I know. I know. And a lot of that gets taken for granted. Resonant vibrations, man. You can just Google resonant vibration, and you can watch any bridge just disintegrate. And all it was the wind getting it in the right vibration, the right frequencies. And a lot of that stuff can happen at even supersonic frequencies that we can't even hear. But it's doing detrimental damage to key components. Yeah, that is scary. My family would tell me all the time, because I'd always be so upset that I couldn't fly anymore, or another setback would come when I still thought might be able to again and then couldn't. Oh, it's a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise. What do you guys constantly think I just would have killed myself? Jesus. You guys think I'm a terrible But hey, you never know. Shit happens that you can't plan for. You never know. It only takes one bullet with your name on it. And Lord knows, if there's one thing I might have been guilty of, if I'd have been in like you watch something like Lone Survivor, You know, the situation where he's like, "Can you get us on the?" I'd be, "Fuck yeah, I can. I'll get you down there." Got them all killed. You know, that's a decision that. Oh, that movie still gives me chills sometimes because I can't say I would have done anything different. You know, and that's how it happens. One thing goes wrong. Okay, we got this. Another thing goes wrong. We're still good, and it just starts to snowball. All you had to do at one point was, you know, pull out, regroup. But especially when you've been trained, you want to. Yeah, I can do it. I got it. So that's part where, yeah, it might have been because Lord knows I probably would have pushed it at some point if I was in the wrong situation or the right city. I mean, who knows? But you stop thinking sometimes in those situations. Whoa, whoa. Not my best to give up. Harder and harder to breathe. Ah, where'd he go? This thing is a gas hog since it got those new engines. I know he's down there. Is there anyone out there? 'Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Ah, we had him. Probably should have used his. All that chaffing and flare. Sip a little 9L. Piece of cake, baby. Go, go, go. He's trying. Shit, this guy's dying. What are you doing? You gotta be kidding me. Nice, dude. Dude, that's solid, man. God, I'm having a hard time getting to the next one, to be honest with you. I really, really need to get that third ship, and that's what I keep pushing towards, and I kind of boned myself a little bit on the research, but I'm getting there. Once I get past this next hump, I pre-researched a lot of stuff, so I think I'll be good, but I got myself in a little bit of a bottleneck. I'd like to tell you about the most groovy. Yeah. Yeah.